back with the flame. So what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and in today's video I'll be letting you know my Tottenham versus Manchester City combined 11. Tottenham versus Manchester City will be played on match week 9 of the 2020-21 English Premier League season, where Tottenham are currently ahead of Manchester City in the table. As a Man City fan, I always hate playing against Tottenham ever since that ill-fated Champions League quarterfinal tie where we lost on the away goal rule. Very controversial tie, and ever since then playing Tottenham has been a freaking nightmare. But we're not even gonna get into that today. What I want to let you know is who I think will fit in a combined 11 for both these teams. Before we get into the 11, we first must pick a manager. We have to pick between Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho. Well, over the last few years, Jose has seemed to lose his mojo. While Pep, some may say he lost his mojo last season, but he is still one of the very best managers in the world, and so is Mourinho. But over the last decade, you have to give it to Pep Guardiola. What he has done at Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and now Manchester City, compared to what Jose Mourinho has done at his last few clubs, despite winning a league title with Chelsea recently. But at Man United, he underwhelmed, got sacked, and he did win the Europa League. But now with Spurs, he is looking very good. But between these two managers, guys, it's a no-brainer. We have to go with Pep Guardiola. So seeing that it's a Tottenham City combined 11, to best fit my 11 players into one team, I will go with a 4-4-2 formation. So first, let's start with the goalkeeping option. For Tottenham, we have their captain and World Cup winning French goalkeeper Hugo Lloris. There's also Argentinian Paulo Gazzaniga and former Manchester City Premier League winning goalkeeper Joe Hart. For Manchester City, we have Zach Steffen and Edison Moraes. The goalkeeper I'm going to go with for this combined 11 will be Manchester City's Edison. Over the past few seasons, he has been way more impressive than Hugo Lloris, who is very error-prone and very inconsistent. I know Edison has his bad days, his off days, but overall, he is the most solid keeper in my opinion. Last season's Golden Glove winner. I ain't see Hugo Lloris winning any Golden Glove, you know what I'm saying? So Edison Moraes will be my goalkeeper. Let's start with the 4 defenders. I chose to go with 4 at the back, 2 fullbacks and 2 center backs. So let's get into the center back options. For Tottenham Hotspur, the players considered are Toby Alderweireld, Eric Dyer, and Davinson Sanchez. Any other little defenders they have in the team won't be considered. For Manchester City, there's John Stones, Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, and Aymeric Laporte. You could also mention Eric Garcia as well, but Eric Garcia could go to Barcelona because that's where his mind is at. So he won't even make any 11 that I do in the future. Oh man, annoying. The center back pairing I'm choosing to go with is at left center back, I'm going with Aymeric Laporte, and at right center back, I'm going with Toby Alderweireld. These are the 2 best center backs in both teams, in my opinion. Alderweireld has been with the team for quite some time, formerly of Southampton as well. And Aymeric Laporte, formerly of Athletic Bilbao, is simply world class. Don't make nobody tell you otherwise. Aymeric Laporte is world class. You see what a difference he makes in this Manchester City team. So we have our 2 center backs, we have our goalkeeper. Let's move on to the left back position. For Tottenham Hotspur, players considered Danny Rose. He don't really play for Tottenham anymore, but he is still in the squad. Well, he's still on their roster, still on their, payroll. There's Ben Davies and the new man, Sergio Reguilon. For Manchester City, there's Alex Zinchenko and Benjamin Mendy. Guys, this one was pretty easy for me, and I went in with the former Real Madrid, the former Sevilla loanee, Spanish international Sergio Reguilon. Since coming in for about 25 million euros at Tottenham Hotspur from Real Madrid, he has shown his quality. A few crossings, a few assists, and with his pace and his intelligence as a young player, I could see him challenging for the best left back spot sometime in the future. Benjamin Mendy is, I don't know what, has, injuries and ill discipline, in my opinion, has just ruined this guy. And I don't know if we will ever see Monaco Mendy again. And let's not get into Zinchenko. He's a midfielder made into a left back by Pep Guardiola. For Ukraine, he does not play at left back, but put in a few solid performances here and there. Davies, in my opinion, does not cut it, and Danny Rose needs to find a new club. So let's move over to the right back position, where for City, there's Kyle Walker, formerly of Tottenham Hotspur. Thank you very much, Tottenham. And Joao Cancelo, the Portuguese international. For Tottenham Hotspur, there's new man Matt Doherty and Serge Aurier. This one was pretty easy, and I have to go with the former Tottenham Hotspur, former Sheffield United man, Kyle Walker. The man is a beast, and compared to the other options, he is a class apart. Doherty, very good player, very good for Wolves, and has put out a few good performances for Tottenham so far. But come on, man, you can't compare him to Kyle Walker. The pace and everything, his defensive abilities, and it's just Walker is a whole nother beast. Serge Aurier, very rash. Joao Cancelo, very talented player, but better in attack than he is in defense. Was very good against Liverpool. But Kyle Walker is the man for this job. So there goes my defense. Edison in goal, Laporte, Alderweireld, Walker, and Sergio Reguilon. Well balanced between two teams. The four in the midfield. Well, when I say midfield, we are going to have two wide men and two guys in the middle. One would stay deeper and one would go further ahead. So for the players in the midfield, for Tottenham Hotspur, their contenders are Dele Alli, Giovanni Lo Celso, there's Tanguy Ndombele, Moussa Sissoko, Harry Winks, and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. And as I said earlier, if I failed to mention a player's name, it's because I simply forgot him. He's not that good. For Manchester City, the options are Phil Foden, Ilkay Gundogan, Rodri, Fernandinho, and Kevin De Bruyne. And the two players I chose to go with in the middle of the field is the aforementioned Kevin De Bruyne and Fernandinho. Kevin De Bruyne would play more advanced, while Fernandinho would drop back to help out in defense. And now for the wide men. Over on the left, for Manchester City, the only player I'm throwing in there is Raheem Sterling, while for Spurs, we have Heung-min Son and Steven Bergwijn. Guys, this was not a very difficult decision for me to make, and I have to go with the South Korean international player Heung-min Son. And the performances speak for themselves. The consistency speak for themselves. And Heung-min Son has been very good. And I think he does not get the praise he deserves. While for Raheem Sterling, oh man, so frustrating to watch this guy play. Seriously. On some days, very good. Getting behind, dribbling, winning penalties. And other days, he's missing sitters right in front of the goal. Son does not do this. The assists, the goals, and everything he has picked up this season pips him ahead of Raheem Sterling. Very close competition, but I'm going to go with Heung-min Son for my left winger or left midfielder, wide left midfielder. Steven Bergwijn, very talented Dutch international, formerly of PSV, but come on, he does not match up to these two in my opinion. Over on the right hand side, we had way more options than we did on the left. We have Gareth Bale of Tottenham and Eric Lamela going up against Riyad Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, and Ferran Torres, who just scored a hat-trick against Germany. Shout outs to Ferran Torres. By the way, I did not watch that game. I took a sabbatical from the internationals this time around just for mental health reasons. I just had to take a break, man. Watching so much football is not good for you. Seriously, gotta have balance. And right now with the current schedule, there's no balance. You know, if I follow the international break, I would not have, whatever. But well done, Ferran Torres, on scoring that hat-trick. But over here on the right-hand side, guys, I'm going to have to go with Gareth Bale. I know it's a surprise pick, but you got to put some respect on Bale's name, man. What he did at Real Madrid, and now he came to Spurs, fit again and he is doing his thing. I'm going to go with Bale. I know it's kind of a little controversial that we haven't seen enough of him in the Premier League, but I'm going from what he did in his golden days at Real Madrid to make this combined 11. So, woo, that's my midfield. Gareth Bale, Heung-min Son, Kevin De Bruyne, and Fernandinho. And note, when I say midfield, the guys on the wings are wide. So you could say they're wingers as well. So for the two up front, I'm going to go with two strikers because both teams have two very good strikers that it would be blasphemous to leave them out of this team. So we have Sergio Aguero, Harry Kane, Gabriel Jesus, and Vinicius. Also, maybe you could throw a Lucas Moura in there. He also could play on the right-hand side. He's a name I forgot to mention when considering the players on the right. So shout outs to Lucas Moura, very, very underrated player. Hence the reason why I forgot to mention his name as well. So for the two up top, it's a no-brainer, man. It has to be Harry Kane partnering Sergio Aguero to make one of the deadliest strike duos of all time. I'm telling you, these two have 300 plus Premier League goals combined between them. Like, it's a no-brainer. So that's my 11, very strong 11 with Edison in goal, Laporte, Alderweireld, Kyle Walker, Sergio Reguilon, Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandinho, Heung-min Son, Gareth Bale, Sergio Aguero, and Harry Kane. Guys, I have a bench for you. So guys, my 7 players on the bench are goalkeeper Hugo Lloris. I just had to put him in the bench, you know, put some respect on his name and everything. Then there's Raheem Sterling. Of course, I had to put in Raheem Sterling. Then we have Riyad Mahrez, formerly of Leicester City, won the title there, won title at City as well. Very, very talented Algerian player. Bernardo Silva flies under the radar a lot, but I had to put him in this team. Also, Lucas Moura, formerly of PSG. The Brazilian has to be on the bench. Got to put some respect on his name. He was very instrumental in helping Tottenham get to the final of the Champions League a few years ago. So respect to Lucas Moura. Very, very determined player. Don't get enough game time, in my opinion. Don't get enough praise. Also, guys, there's Gabriel Jesus. His numbers for City, simply ridiculous. I think he has a goal every 2 games. So for a young player still in his developmental stages, I think that's great numbers. Some may say he scored against the weaker teams and all, but he just scored against Liverpool. So shout outs to Gabriel Jesus, the heir to the throne of Sergio Aguero. And he believes he can be that man. I hope he, you know, comes to the fore and produce just like Sergio Aguero has done. And last but not least on the bench, guys, we have Ruben Diaz. Since he joined Manchester City, we are yet to lose a single game. So if it continues like that, there'll be big things at the end of the season. Okay, so guys, that's my Tottenham versus Manchester City combined 11. I'm hoping for a really exciting game where City, of course, come out on top. But as I said, I hate playing Spurs, so this result could go any which way. But we can't afford to drop points here. Definitely can't. You know what I mean? So may the best team win. That's my combined 11 plus 7 subs. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like the video if you like it. Guys, consider becoming a member by hitting the join button as well. It helps to support the channel. And from your boy Dominic Rich, until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.